Hello, 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 and how is everybody doing on this fine and fantastic day? I think Blood Bowl. So we are at week 3 of the Invitational, and already after, well, day 3, but you know, week 3. I should really allow you to change those, in my opinion. Anyway. Something I noticed straight away when looking through all of the teams that we have right now is that more than 50% of the league have yet to play their games. They're almost all of the ones that are there, from what I can see, because I have a little scheduling sheet here. All of the ones that have yet to play are scheduled to play in the next 2 days. That is a thing. But there is quite a few teams that have not played yet, and most of the teams that I personally wanted to have a look at have yet to play, which is quite unfortunate. And none of the team, there is not going to be a game playing until about 4 or 5 hours from now. So unfortunately, we won't be shoutcasting any live games unless there is some sort of change. But them's the breaks, that's how it goes. I have had requests for 2 games, and remember, as always, feel free to just tell me what you want to see, and I am more than happy. Don't know why it's on that day, but alright, no. Alright, so let's have a look at the games that have gone through. So, the Miracles versus the nitRats. The nitRats won. I believe that is the first win for those Skaven. I could be wrong. I wish you could just click on the team. It would make shit a lot easier. There we go. But yes, no, it wasn't. The Skaven have won every game that they've gone through. We'll just have a look at the leaderboard. So far, we only have 4 teams that are in the... So far, anyway, of course, because we still have 23 games that have yet to be played, but... 4 teams that are in the top winning bracket, which are Andy Davo's... Oh, wait, no. Jalail's Tears in Rain, which is Dark Elf. So we've got 2 Dark Elf teams. So half of the teams are Dark Elf. Then we've got Skaven and Undead. So Undead being up there, that's an interesting one. To be brutally honest, I wouldn't have expected that. And let's have a look at the unfortunates at the bottom. Oh, Goblins and Goblins. I completely expected that. Norse. Sad to see, but that's the way of it. And the rest of them have yet to play their games. Chaos Dwarf being that low. That's not something I would have expected. They're usually quite top tier. Suppose it depends on how you play them. Yes, I am here, Katsu, and how are you? But anyway, the 2 games that I have been asked to look at are Evil Squall versus Storbertas. They are the... Storbertas currently has the top team. Yes, nitRats. So that was the game. Funnily enough. And the next one was Ravers versus Jaliel. Undead is one of the best teams in this format. Rather unsurprising. Okay. Again, this is the first time I have been in this sort of format, so it is new to me, but I am learning, and it has been a fun experience. So, first we will have a look at this game. The UK Blood Bowl Miracles versus the nitRats. Now the nitRats won, but I've been told that it is a very close game, and I was asked personally by Ceramol that we go over this one. So, without further ado, let's get to it. I think it's loading. I can't be 100% sure. It's like sharing that info. That's cool, Simar. And how are you doing today? What's happening in that magical world of yours? Not that I should be saying that here. That's like my channel. Just how are you today? But yeah, any info that you can share is fantastic to me because I love to learn. But I'm not being a spaz, like I legit just love to learn things. I like to be a fountain of useless knowledge, and sometimes that knowledge does actually come in useful, and it feels nice. Doesn't happen often, but sometimes. So, was it the Wood Elves that have lost? No. I think this is a... I'm gonna have to check how many times this Wood Elf team has won and or lost. All right. So the Rats won the... Yeah, the Rats won the toss, and they chose to receive, which is already a blow against the Wood Elves. But this is two fast-scoring teams. Weak, like, physically weak, fast-scoring teams. So this is going to be a very interesting match. I would have to give the advantage to the Rats because they do have players that have an armor value above 7. And they've also got that Mighty Blow Rat there. Even if that rat has trouble following orders sometimes, he could be able to get some nasty removals. So we've both got three rolls. The Rats have, and we've both got an Apothecary. The Rats have won the fame roll at the start, but only by 1. Both had to be... Ah, right, yep, that's the way it works. Thank you for that. Got all about that. So we've got a kickoff by Zivodancer. And the nitRats get Quick Snap. That is actually fantastic for them. Especially they're getting those gutter runners even one step closer. Good song by Linkin Park, that one. I'd play it if it wasn't DMCA. Oh, chose not to move those rats forward. Alright, we've got a hit. Failure to break armor. Going into pushes. That would have been a disappointment. Have we got an injury yet? And here it is. Bam. There's a KO already. Turn 1, as again with these teams, it is expected. So what I want to know is how many players does each team have left by the end of it? I would love to know that. Because Skaven are notorious for having 1 or 2 players on the field, but so are Wood Elves. Is it just going to be a bash fest between them? Both coaches knowing that the other team can be removed easily? Only time can tell. It seems that Storbertas is definitely going on the offensive approach. Once again, just like we saw last time though, making that blitz. First move, blitz with the wild animal. It is a wild animal, so blitzing is the best way to move it if it's not already in a tackle zone, but at the same time, I really find that a risky maneuver. Alright, going straight for the rat is fine. I would actually be a bit keen on fouling that rat. That big ogre. Because that's the biggest danger at this point in time. All of those Wood Elves with armor value 7, if they can get rid of the only Mighty Blow on the team, they would be much safer. Also, getting rid of that guard gutter runner is a priority. I'd say I'd prioritize that over the the blodge gutter runner, just because the blodge gutter runner is going to be a lot harder to take out anyway. Oof. And there it is. We have an injury on a lineman. I have seen Squall use apothecaries on linemen, but didn't this time. Good. So we have 2 top tier in this league anyway, players going up against each other, so we should see some interesting plays. But once again, blitzing straight up with that. I mean, it obviously works for him. Loner is the word, you guess. Wild animal and loner, like they're both... It obviously works. For them, anyway. I would never be keen to do it, but taking those little risks is what seems to be maybe boosting them that little bit ahead. Because it's unconventional. I like unconventional, as we know. Not getting those armor breaks yet. Whoop, getting a double push. Lineman. Just trying to hold their own line there. Ooh. Thank heaven to Betsy for having that dodge. Keeping out of zones. So this is a fantastic defensive play by Squall here. Making sure that those rats can't hit. Ooh. Okay, there we go. I was going to say placing that key player, that leveled player that holds a reroll. Bit close to the side of the line there. With a frenzy player about. But working a good cage. Yep, don't base any of your enemy, just moving forward. I think you played a pretty decent game against. Fortunately, key plays failed and rats succeeded their follow-ups. Oh, so this is you, Simar. You are Squall. Squall Lionheart. Lover Turiona. The first to wield the badass blade that shoots bullets. Like your in-game name. All's cool. Oh no? Oh, you did it last week. That's right, duh. Your vampires. Wait, the week before? I don't know. I'm tired. I haven't actually slept in 46 hours now, so I might say some things. Like rats round 1. I mean, Storbertas obviously seems to be a good Skaven player. I have seen a lot of luck on his side. He does have sound tactics. Just a stun. He does have sound tactics, but he also makes decisions that I say are incredibly questionable. Alright, he made the leap. Unfortunately, only a push. But with that strip ball, not where you would have liked it to go though. But base around the ball, but basing around the ball is still very dangerous. Because every elf that is next to something that can hit is in danger. And here comes the startup of the surf. Getting that surf ready, as would be expected. This is where, if I was playing the elves, I would say, fuck the ball, surf the ogre. But maybe attempt to get rid of one of those gutter runners first. And my game crashed. Again. Because obviously it works for them. Hitting with the risky player first turn, almost every time. There we go. So this is where we ended up. And this is where we crashed. Into a knockout. So that's another removal. What are we sitting on so far? We're sitting on 3 removals. And we're only on turn 4. One of those being a permanent. None of them were level though, they're all just linemen. So that ball is there, they got through. And they are in prime position, like the rats are in prime position to surf out. 2 elves if they wanted to. They really wanted to push it that far. Oh, fail with the leap and succeed the next time. And we have a hit that releases the ball. Only a stun though, no removal. The ball... It's kicked back in. Ooh. Squall has to play it very carefully here. I probably wouldn't go for the pickup myself. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. Now the rats can easily pick it up. See, that's why I wouldn't have picked it up just yet. I would have put more players around it. Because if you put 3 players around the ball, as long as only one of them is based, I don't think the rats could have gotten it. But we're going to see a touchdown here. Oh, there's the wild animal. And the blitz is gone. Bam, and the blitz is gone. Oh, and tackle. Maybe the rats are going to stall. Because you definitely don't want those elves getting the ball. Is he just going to go double go for it into a touchdown? No? No. Yeah, he's going to stall at least for a turn. Oh, running out of time. He obviously thought for too long. Set up a decent cage. You think you played more sloppy and Andrew did really well. Did you win? I mean, I'll just have a look at the score later. So yes, he's going for the surf on that rat ogre, exactly like I said he should. Or is he not? Yep, he will. Good. Because if he can't stop the touchdown, which he can't, if Storbertas wants to go for it, and it's a knockout. This is where you just need to hope and pray to the great Lord Nuffle that rat ogre doesn't get back up. Not the mightiest of blows to the team, but definitely a hit against the rats there. Seeing if they can do more damage. Fortunately, no. The armor rolls are not in the favor of the elves today. You lost. That's unfortunate. I mean, for you. I don't take sides. But it's unfortunate that you believe you didn't play your best. Gotta give it 110%. Went for the touchdown. With the way he moved his other players, he definitely thought about not doing it. And then went, no, I'm going to put it in. I think he's thinking of getting his rat ogre back on the field. Like trying to get as many chances to get that ogre back on the field as possible. Both of those elves stay down. But that ogre does as well. No change in the player register. Which means the rats still definitely have a massive advantage over the elves, player-wise. 3 removals versus 1, though that 1 removal is a definite blow, especially since the elves can hit right now. They can go for nice beefy smacks, hopefully take out the lineman. While the rats, hopefully for them, want to sneak past everything and go pick up the ball before the elves get it. Doubtful. Have to kick. Go kick. Yeah, War Dancer's on the front line. He's going to probably go for a pass to a War Dancer and run it in. I wouldn't, unless he's going to move that catcher up. And I get past into the catcher, but I wouldn't pass to a catcher there. I'd keep it on the thrower, personally. Both teams lose a turn. Oof, that's not good for the elves. I Things seem to be definitely going in Rat's favor mostly. Mostly come out at night, most. This entire half, only one reroll's been used, and that was by the Elves. Still no removals. Woof. Well, there we go. We have a scoring threat there. Going to pick up the ball. We have a failure. Roll. Oh, double ones. Jesus, man. He could still score. He could still score. It'd be hard, especially if they take down his, which of course you'd go for. If they take down the War Dancer, which he does. No score. No injury though, or no removal at all. Because if I was Squall right now, I'd be shaking in my boots over what could happen. Because all of those players were nice and touching on that front line. Oh, the Rats. I'd be more game to use a reroll to try and get a nasty hit. But I waste rerolls. Ooh. Another removal. Another permanent removal. When I say permanent, I mean for the game. Not for the whole league or anything. That's 2 permanents, 2 temporaries. Versus just 1 temporary so far. And they're going for the foul? No. I missaw that. Oh, I think they are going for the foul. Risky maneuver. Which pays off. Gonna use you. I would definitely. Yeah, there's the apothecary. Joins the substitutes. Alright. No permanent. But no foul removal. Ref didn't see it. So very aggressive plays here by Storbertas. Storb. You call him Storb. Easy for me. Alright, Squall. Maybe, I wouldn't say tilting, no, not at all. But out for blood. Definitely got that white hot rage in him, and we have injury. Alright, no using of the apothecary. He's going for a vanity pass for shits and giggles. Alright, so we end the Rats half with the Rats up by 1 score. With the Elves down 2 players, but the Rats down 2 players as well. That Rat Ogre just not getting off its ass. So that's going to make it a lot harder for the Rats to mount a defense. Without that Ogre, with the prehensile tail to just give that extra bit of pain to those dodgers. And it's a high kick. Exactly what the Elves would want. Ooh, another 1. Yeesh. I need to look at the stats after this, because there seems to be a lot of 1s coming out of here. Ooh, another removal. If I didn't already know the results, I'd say this is... I mean, it's pretty even, to be honest. 2 linemen are out, but then a Rat Ogre. Actually, yeah, right now the Rats are at a disadvantage. Right, they've got their opening. In this instance, I would not want to score quickly. I'd want to drag it out a little bit, see if I can get more removals. That's just me, though. Mainly because every time you score, there's a chance that that Ogre comes back and does more damage. Ooh, failure to pick up. Ah, the rain. Right, they got it. And ending the turn there where they're safe. Now, see, the way I would probably do things... It's going well. Oof. 3 die. Triple die. We have an armor break, but it's nothing serious. However, that does mean that catcher is not a scoring threat anymore. They're probably going to base Fwyn. Fwyn is the last. Derp. Last scoring threat. Clever base, making sure that they have to dodge into a tackle zone. Interesting choice of hit there. Taking out the guard. Probably hoping for an injury. Unfortunately for them, no. Setting up another scoring threat. Making, instead of focusing on one scoring threat, making it universal. And setting up a nice cage there. Very decent cage setup. Fall into it. Dodges. And with those sorts of rolls, Squall is probably wishing that they did that little bit more. Maybe made the... Oh no, you wouldn't want to make the pass in this weather. Oof. Win is going down. How badly? No apothecary anymore. And it is just a stun. Could have been much worse. So, Squall is a bit of trouble. He still has player advantage by a decent amount. If players is off the field, one of the leveled players even. The leveled players with a double. Alright, we got a hit. Oval. What answer? So he's gonna make the score with the catcher maybe. Handoff? Yeah, going for the score with the catcher. Safer that way, less rolls involved. Very good play by Squall. Try and make sure that you roll as few as possible. Especially when dropping the ball is a scary reality because of the rain. I would worry about that rat that's there. Sorry, surf chances. Not immediately, but they're around. That is a fantastic defensive wall. However, one blitz, one die blitz on just an unleveled lineman would open up a... Whoa! Did he just pass his turn? What happened there? Wait, I'm sorry, I must have missed something. He did too. Instead of doing anything, he just passed his turn. He wants the score to happen so he can score in kind. Oh, the miracles are going for hits, trying to do damage. Gets a hit on that gutter runner. Lodge gutter runner is stunned. Is he going to go for a foul is my question. Does not go for the foul. And here comes the touchdown. Alright, we are tied up 1-1. Touchdown by Bruzin. Bizwin. Alright, one of those linemen gets back up. Yeah, evened up on players, though the value is definitely on the Wood Elf side. However, the Wood Elves are not in an advantageous position. Anytime they have to put their dudes on the front line. Any player, I think, first hit player advantage for the Elves is going. Likely a misclick. See, Sima? I don't think it was a misclick. I legitimately think that was a play. They wanted them to score. Instead of fucking around trying to get the ball off them, be like, score right now so I can get the ball and get up again. Because with the way they're playing, it could take them 4 turns to score. Especially if they start playing carefully because they don't have that ogre. Oh, the rats get an extra reroll. I think that gives them a reroll per turn. Almost a reroll per turn if they needed it. What did I tell you? Is it? Yep, as I said. First hit of this half, the player advantage is gone for the Elves. We're going to look at a heavy player disadvantage. This hit's going to be a bad one too. No? You'd at least protect the gutter runner from a blitz, yeah. This is true. Oh, failed to pick up. Does have that reroll they got this turn. And got it. Right, here comes the guard runner. Making some defense happen, just a push. Probably trying to get another removal, because we all know how easy it is on the Elves. So why wouldn't you? Ooh, risky maneuvers. Obviously trying to score as quick as possible. Actually, you wouldn't want to, you'd want to stall it at the end as well. This is going to be a very interesting last few turns because we know it was a 2-3 game. So the scores are going to come thick and fast very soon. I assume they get off the pass to the gutter runner down the back. Going for 1-die blocks. 1-die blocks against things with block as well. Like those are tilt maneuvers. In my mind, at least. The tackle's going to take out a War Dancer. We're okay. Well, they're okay. And the thrower is out for a turn. Not the best situation to be in. Oh, and we have a fail in the going for it. Reroll well spent. Ooh, and going for a pass after losing the reroll. And are we going to see a touchdown right now? Yes, we are. Here we go. That was a 2-turner. And that ogre is still down. That useless ogre. So we're going to see an immediate touchdown by Wood Elves. We know that already. And then the gutter runners must, not the gutter runners, sorry, the nitRats must pull off a 1- or 2-turner. They can pull off a 1-turn. Those rats. Especially if they've got gutters, which they do. Setting everyone up on the line. And the nitRats get another reroll, which means they do get a reroll for every single turn they have now. While the miracles can only stomach 1 more mess up. Sorry, 2. They can't. One of these turns, they've just got to make sure they have a perfect turn. So this turn's looking pretty perfect. Probably how they get the. Ooh. Linemen down. We have even up player scores again. So, as I said before, rats definitely have disadvantage here. So they're working well with it. Storbertas is... I disagree with the tactics, but they work. So I disagree with them only because I personally wouldn't be able to stomach the risk involved. But their positioning is on point. I cannot argue with the way they position their players, except for that one little mess up. I'd like to think that that was a tactical play. Comes a blitz with a gutter runner. Perfect. Exactly what he wanted with the wrestle. Oh, but this doesn't happen the way I thought it. Maybe. Maybe the gutters, the nitRats get a score now. Elevate it to a 1-3, and the miracles just pull back into a... I legitimately thought the match may have been closer. Seems to me that the rats have a pretty decent advantage the whole time. Alright, got the ball. Gonna go for the pass now. Oh, there's the reroll. But he can use one each turn. He didn't use one last turn. So yeah, I can tell that the miracles, they know they're not going to win. They could have maybe tried, but they don't want to. They're aiming specifically to get the eye. They would rather a draw. Oof. Risky double dodge. Oh. War dancer down. This is interesting. It must have been a riot then. The riot's the only way that this would work. What are you saying? You're gonna see some very... Whoa! Good stuff by Storbertas. Taking some hard risks. Good ones. Worked out, but hard risks. Down with that runner. Alright, ball in perfect position. Gonna pick it up, hand it off, score. Means if it isn't a riot, the rats get a one-turn touchdown, and I want to see how they accomplish it, if they do. I think it might be a chain push maneuver, because last game we did see Storbertas attempt a chain push maneuver, but then mess it up. Probably because the game wasn't riding on it. Ooh, rats have their... Oh, I wonder how it would have went if that ogre didn't get back up. The ogre's been out all game, but gets up for that final push, that necessary hit. Setting up a screen down the bottom, so that screen has more holes in it than thatch basket. Yep, we're going for a chain push maneuver. Can't wait to see how they pull it off. Very specific set of moves has to occur. High kick. No necessary roll to pick it up if they're lucky. Luck is not on their side for that one. Oh, and the Frenzy will really assist as well. That's enough. 2 going for it, and a dodge are required. Well, no dodge now. Actually, thanks to the players at the end of the line, it'll be 2 going for it and 3 dodges. Plus a pass and a catch. Maybe just a handoff, but... Alright, with no reroll. So everything here had to go perfect. Which it did, obviously. Alright, here's the catch. Followed by the double go for it, the triple dodge, touchdown into the wind, final turn. Storbertas takes it home. That was very GG by Storbertas, with a little bit of help from Nuffle right at the end there. But that chain push maneuver could not have gone... Actually, it could have gone slightly better, not having to do as many go for it, but